What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So Lucid's Q2 earnings is in roughly around 4 hours. I want to give you a good overview and snapshot of what the data points are currently saying and what just came out for Lucid. So I'm going to go over all that. Make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with that, let's get right to it. So currently it is down 4.98%. A lot of volume though. So 29.65 million shares being traded. 39 is the average. As far as options wise though, it's not necessarily the most optimistic. So $2.08 million in calls being purchased versus 2.47 million in puts. So based on this, clearly it's a little bit more evenly divided, but there is a lot of individuals that are assuming Lucid is going to go down, obviously missing their Q2 earnings. At the time of doing this video, there actually isn't anything from the SEC or from Lucid itself as far as PR, but there was something that did come out that was more unofficial, and it just says right here, HL Group to supply autonomous driving solutions to US EV maker, and this is more oriented towards the Gravity. So in here it says that they're going to be providing a lot of solutions such as sound and various things like that. But I think this is going to also piggyback based on the whole NVIDIA chip, because NVIDIA is going to be helping it with the autonomous driving, it says, with the Gravity as well. And back when this did come out, it did say that slated for launch in 2024, which I guess essentially is still accurate, just late 2024. But no matter what though, definitely I do feel that this is a good team. And based on this right here, so HL, or so Halla Group, basically is owned by a lot of rich families, as what it states right here, and a lot of those families do own a lot of big companies, some of which is Hyundai and Kia. And so this is kind of an interesting mix going on, because which company recently tried to partner with Hyundai and Kia? Well, good old Apple. So these are all the questions as being posed to being posed to management from retail, and one of which is this: is a partnership with Apple still in the works? I do feel that there is some validity to that. There are some things that you can kind of piece together, but ultimately it'll come down to price point in my own opinion. But with this partnership that was just announced to help with autonomous driving, you never know. Definitely there could be some further connection that is made from that to once again link it to Apple. So once again, I do feel that this is a fairly good thing. There's not really much context here as far as what level of autonomous driving it'll help with. I do believe that the NVIDIA will help with up to level 4 if I remember correctly. But of course, I think it is still a long ways out as far as infrastructure to really allow that, whether that be in the States or Saudi Arabia. But no matter what, I think this is a fairly good sign. It goes to show, at least once again, that Lucid is trying to expand and still build on its tech. So even though Peter has said time and time again that Lucid's technology is the best, and then obviously he says the next best competitor, meaning Tesla, is still well behind them. So even though Lucid is number one as far as technology, they actually are still trying to build on that. So in reality, I think this is a fairly good thing, and hopefully the fact that all of this Gravity talk does mean that is also coming out fairly soon. And with their Q2 earnings coming out, you never know, right? It could be unveiled today, or at least a little bit more of a further snapshot of that. Definitely, I think a lot of exciting things might come from that. But like I said, based on the data points from this, clearly people are anticipating for it to go down a little bit. So you kind of have a little bit more of a mixed feelings going into the actual earnings, because there was this that did come out like I just shared with you, but at the same time this also came out saying the fact that Lucid is reducing its prices. So definitely Lucid does have to explain this very, very well in their Q2 earnings. And of course, I think a lot of people, when they read this, they insinuate that there is a demand issue. So definitely will be an interesting earnings, that's for sure. As far as what shorts are doing, I'll give you guys a quick overview of all of that. So short score is currently 74, utilization is 76.56%, and looking right here, shorts are increasing slightly, so 1.44 million shares, which is kind of a drop in the bucket in the bigger picture, because there is 178.43 million shares overall are being shorted. 21.82% of the free float's being shorted, which technically is kind of high, as I brought up, even in comparison to a lot of other EVs, and even in comparison to a lot of companies that don't actually even produce anything. So kind of overdone if you ask me. Cost to borrow average is 1.23%. So definitely, I think a lot of eyes are going to be on their upcoming Q2 earnings. As far as big money getting in, I'll give you guys a quick overview of that. So as far as Lucid, these are all the transactions that have occurred today on the secondary market, which is of course what typical retail investors do trade on. So a good amount going on here, a lot of which is biased, and you can tell that based on the bid, the ask, and the selling price. And these are all the transactions on the dark pool. So once again, this is SoFi, just click over to Lucid. So these are all the transactions. So dark pool is kind of popular today, and a lot of people don't necessarily like the dark pool because it is linked to shorting. So once again, let me know your thoughts on that. As far as some points to really watch for, with it being currently at $6.30, it is between this S3 and this S2. So $5.76 is a very strong support that you need to kind of watch after hours as Lucid goes through their earnings. And then similarly, $6.43 and $6.85 are the next support levels above that. So once again, just kind of keep that in mind for the Q2 earnings. I'm going to be live streaming that as well, so let me know you guys' thoughts and all of that other fun jazz. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And one final thing, don't forget to take advantage of amazing promos such as this, link in the description below and also the comments. Just sign up for a free account, throw $100 at it, you get 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000, and you also get a $50 cash reward. So it's a win-win. Link in the description below and also the comments. With that said, I appreciate you guys watching. Let's eventually down the line make a lot of money on Lucid.